Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think this is what he said is very important. So he said the two things that you, as a farmer, you have to have. You have to look at, the living, that's it's part of your living, part of your income for the family. You're gonna feed your family. And also on the other side, you always look that you have the opportunity to feed others, which is just, if you made income out of your farm, that means you also be able to, provide the produce to other people who don't have chance to go farm, but they do something else, but they can, get the food from you. So you have to, those that have to stick with you as, that's just as a key, as a tool that you use every day to encourage you, motivate you, and that's what you have to have, because he always looking at that, you know if you farm and you're only looking for money driving, you just want to get money and money, and that then you're gonna come to a time that what big you lose big time. What happened? Then you're gonna discourage and you're gonna give up in those kind of thing. But if you look and the two that have come along with you, then you made income for you. At the same time, you feed other, in your community, or thing like that. Then that will keep you motivated. Even you come to a point that the down, a year that is really a bad year for you, but you always think about somebody. If you don't go out there, what about, do they gonna have food on the shelf that can go pay for? So those kind of things. So that's a really kind of, if they have a big loss this year and they go back and start again, because not just for themselves but for us or for others. So that will keep you, motivate you. And as a small operation, it's a challenge, but he said as long you don't give up, you'll be there. That's what his recommendation.
So that's amazing advice. Thank you so much, Mr. and Miss Her. It's been a pleasure meeting you and learning about the conservation practices you've been doing. And just before we finalize the segment, I want a question for Sam. Sam,
Uh-huh.
what is Global Hmong Agricultural Forum, and how can the viewers get in tune with this platform? And then also, what is Hmong Ag Online, and how can viewers tune in?
But and a short answer to that is that, when that happened, because it's about couple years ago, and we used to have the radio program that's sponsored by the USDA, and come to 2017, and the funds were cut off, so it's no longer, the program is stopped. And because due to many years that the radio program was on air, and the radio program is, it's kind of just local here, but people can hear throughout the world, especially the Hmong speaking, farmers. And that when this radio program stopped, and I have a lot of feedback, a lot of recommendation, from those audience overseas, especially in Asia, some in South America, which is in Argentina, and French Guiana, in Australia, France, and they wanted something to keep going, so at least they can come together and share the idea, share their farming skill or concern or anything, so that's why the idea that with global, Hmong Agricultural Forum come about. So we started the Facebook page, and our goal is that, we just would like to have a page that everybody can stop and share their concern or share their idea, or you know about agriculture. And then later on, and because they want to see, it's more like they won't really want to see in the field, underground, and things like that. So we also come in an idea that, what about we can start a feed on YouTube, and then that's why we started YouTube. Originally, we started with as a global, Hmong Agricultural Forum, but later on we changed to a Hmong Ag Online, so it's a little bit more, because of some people who are allowed, some people that they want to sell some, of the produce locally, or thing like that, they can post in there, they can do this kind of thing. So that's why we start that, and we still keep our communication, maintain our communication, and keep up with each other, so that's what it started, and I think this program has been very helpful, not just keep us stay together, communicate together, but a lot of the program that I put on the YouTube and the Facebook, and a lot of the radio program in the past, in the last 20 years, we also post on those two, the YouTube and the Facebook page. And, a lot of the program I'm talking about the natural resources, what it means, why it's so important. And, why it doesn't matter anywhere in the world. When you deal with soil, you deal with the, farming, you have to think about those natural resources that are very important, crucial to our everyday life and our quality of life. If we want our many generation to still to enjoy the quality of life that we have today, we have to do something today. And this is really, really kind of help, especially the Hmong in Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, that they experience a lot of erosion, landslide, slash and burn type of agriculture, practice that is really part of, the issue that now we have the population, it's double in Laos, and you cannot do what you used to do 100 years ago. So it's kind of really helped them, and that's why we keep up with those two, just keep as our communication point, a stop for everyone who can share their concern, share their idea or thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sam. And so for the viewers out there, that's Global Hmong Agricultural Forum, and that's a Facebook platform. And then Hmong Ag Online, which is a YouTube channel. And these platforms are for sharing best trades, agricultural practices. Before we leave, Sam, for Mr. and Mrs. Her, what farmers market are you at? Where can we find you if we want to go visit with you and be able to maybe purchase some of uh, your commodities.
Yeah, they put the new idea on their episode on the support the what they ni mu mu ni lu ta la nya do ka ti ya in case ya cho nên là ya pe ha sa tàu ni ja không để cho một xí là pe ya mu chi ne ka ti cái yêu ka ti.
Yeah, that's not more dead, not the whole Central Valley. No man, ku chỉ cho mua cho phải mà cái châu đó sẽ được mua này ya wa thế competition mua đầu thì ku mua cho sát sau đó Elenda chỉ mua cho họ lu Sorito phải mà cái nhá cho nó Saturday do thời gì mong cho có một thế lu tức là cái là làng của nàng năng kiều và mà kể nhá trôn là làng của nàng năng kiều trôn nó Sunday tại giờ ta nói của mình tàu lu đó mà nhá trôn lu sẽ hở phải là mình nó chơi nên chỉ sau qua lử cái family sự chế family nên chỉ sau service trôn tàu lu ta là chỉ ngõ lu.
Okay. Yes, we actually we market throughout the local, grocery store, but that is going to be very challenged too because a lot of farmers around the area, and then also in the past before the pandemic, situation, then they have several farmer market that they but because due to COVID-19, then they have to reduce down to two right now. So right now they have one in Cerrito farmer market, which is in Cerrito, down south of LA, and the other one is in Laguna Lagio. It's further south of Irvine, in Orange County, and that's also the two farmer market that they sell their produce to.
Thanks so much.
It's about five. This is about almost 300-mile each trip.
Yes, wow. So you're really going across all the way down south Southern California for the farmers markets.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, we've come to the end of the program. Mr. and Mrs. Her, Sam, please correct me if I say this incorrectly. Wachandao Nelu Che Her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Sam,
thank you so much for your help.
Sam gave me a little bit of tutoring on how to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Well, you heard it here. You heard it from rancher out of Fresno County in California. And continue to join us as we meet with your NRCS team and soil conservationists, like soil conservationist Sam Bennington. And we'll see you next time.
Alright, wa chon tao do nilo shi ha tia wa li di ha da tia wa so ya wa lu na ni pu do pe la shi sa te ke ni to tai pi program lo la ya kan do ya sa ni te wa ni pu wa ne la do te ya ta te na na ya pa sho so wa chon do
我
ni
了了，就到天诶，我照着那在给八天，就是的，别觉都给八了，那等到夏天种子了，等这天。
Yeah, thank you so much for your time also that for the interview, and also they are looking forward to work with NRCS in the future, and they still have a lot of need, but hopefully that we will continue the relationship, and and looking forward to work with us in the future too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so well,